guys went crazy. Oh, hey.
Cowboys.
We're in Texas.
Oh, yeah, this is for you.
We're gonna all have to
Okay,
rest
just
if
a
we
minute.
go to London. We'll all have
What'd you do? Did you open my Texas hat?
Oh, Sean, that is beautiful.
Very nice.
Thank
you. Good.
Oh, this is great. Look how, this is gonna be huge on you, isn't it? That's a
I like the
nice
big shirt. I like the big shirt. Yeah.
You can wear it for night shirt. Yeah, you will like that.
I don't wear it tonight.
You're gonna wear it
I
tonight?
don't want to wear mine for a night shirt.
Well, I said yours actually will fit more into a shirt. You like to wear them big. You like to wear them that big?
Yeah, good.
I like to wear them.
Huh? That's true. That's right.
I got a sports jacket.
Oh, thank you. You guys, this is so nice.
Thank you. I thought that was sweaters that he sent over here for you. But
Oh, that's what,
that's what
yeah.
Daddy said. He said you stuck over because you
That's,
didn't want to
well,
pack so many suitcases.
we never get to see you guys, but once every couple of years. Oh, this is beautiful. It's still too big. You can drive me crazy. Let's go like this. We can go like
Leather jacket. Now I don't have to.
Now you want to wear that one every day? Wait a minute.
Okay, we beat Dallas Cowboys kinds of folks today.
What's stuff in there?
Oh yes, mine.
Oh, I was just gonna say, how about your teddy bear?
Yankees lost.
Stuff my buddy.
Game went in, too.
Two games, right?
That's just like Johnny's.
This is so nice.
Yeah.
And you can wear this.
Aunt Diane is much older than I am. She was born in 1953. Can you believe that?
She's 45.
You were born 1946.
She's 40. She'll be. No. She was born in 1951. Aunt Patty was born in 53. Diane was born in 1951.
Well,
And yeah, she's 45.
45.
She'll be.
Oh, goodness. Uh-oh, John's gonna
There,
see my-
Diane's
That's
up.
not fair.
So did you sleep last night?
It never felt so great to be able to just relax, stretch out. I never realized how much of a luxury that is.
Until she cramped up on an airplane for 8 hours yesterday. And then we kept her up till she'd been up about 36 hours.
No, actually, I felt pretty good when I went to bed last night.
She went to bed midnight our time, which is 6 o'clock at night in Dallas. Figured out for him that it was 36 hours. In his Texas garb.
Yeah, boy.
He's ready. And who's the Cowboys? What are you gonna tell him when you talk?
The Dallas Cowboys, and they're gonna be the winners. They're gonna win the Super Bowl of
That's right.
'96.
You know, it's sad that we've been away from America so long, they really don't know.
Keith and John know.
It really doesn't matter.
Monica,
Yep.
the big Cowboys. Come on out here, babe. Get, whoops.
I wonder who they're gonna be playing against.
Tell them they're America's team.
No, that's the Braves.
I wonder if they're
Get
gonna
that,
play
Ted Turner.
against the 49ers.
Looks cute. Got that cowboy garb.
49ers rock.
too.
Yep.
Okay, cowboy kids. See you later. Have a good day at school.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Here, stand there. I'll get you in the bobbies.
Right in my face.
Hi, mate.
Down the slope, yes. Turn right to the road. Turn left when you hit the road.
Erica, appearing from the bathroom.
And here I come.
Out of the bathroom.
That's what he got me. Did you see that big sign there? It says, "This is being cleaned by a male attendant."
Yeah. Well, then they've got permanent things up there for AIDS, being your friend, cough, for people with AIDS, yeah.
Did you say that?
Anything else you guys can say interesting? Or we save the battery?
Not that we want everybody here.
Okay. Not that we want repeated.
I'm not see, this is the way our carrier should work. Conscientious.
And there's
Well
Pat.
groomed.
There's Mr. Komashek examining the Royal Mail truck. What do you think, Pat? Those tires look okay?
Are we gonna do this all over? Got a letter sticking out.
We'd never film this for the IRS, but
Sean's getting a video of you.
That's me, I'm not here.
Wish you guys would close that real estate deal so they stop following you around with your phones.
We gotta close it deal.
Oh, look at the pipes.
We go?
Here, you're gonna, you walk.
Facing up to.
They all had it.
And I don't have a clue how to adjust it.
Honey, let's walk right through here.
Will you stop that? Let me get the
Picture clip out. Oh no.
Sometimes they may want you to wear a wing collar. Doesn't actually say that. I shouldn't check the front, but they want you to wear a wing
or a line.
a wing collar, you know.
Nasty for simple lighting.
Sometimes they... Yes, exactly.
Security camera's got this on film.
All of them, yeah.
You caused it.
Touch time.
It was filmed here, 1973, starring Jackson Brown and Who Am I?
Keep talking.
And they had to run around here 5 times before the clock struck 12. Isn't that correct? Thank you.
No, it's not just clock, it's Trinity.
It's which clock?
It's Trinity, Great Court Trinity that they have to run round.
Can we get that from here?
No, you have to go out and on the top and on the left, it's the next college on the left.
Oh, thank you.
Great big memorial court.
Because we looked at this and said, I think I could have made that right. Thank you. Scratch that. We got to go back and film it the next one. Sorry.
Okay,
Sorry, scratch it. We got to go film it the real one.
got it. I'll rewind the camera.
Okay. 1800. Abe Lincoln hit his head here once.
I thought that was Clinton that came over here.
The gate is this way? That's right, so yes, back.
This is the one, John. This is the one.
We're rolling, Pat. Go.
Chariots of Fire.
It's on you.
1972, 1973. Ran around this clock tower, bell tower area. Had to do this 5 times before the clock struck 12. There's the clock.
Yeah, was here, not here. There is another court with columns.
All columns are
Yeah.
This side. Okay. On this side over here?
Yeah.
But on the other side of this church?
On the other side of the church, isn't it?
No, the
Turner
church.
No, la cosa per i momenti di gloria, scusami.
Yes.
Behind the church.
Yes.
Behind the church.
Yeah.
It's similar to this.
No.
See, it wasn't actually done here at all. It was done in Hollywood. And everyone thinks it was done here. But actually, it was actually done in Hollywood.
Okay, we're done down here at Trinity. We're going to go back up to Fred in the booth. Fred, you got it.
Fred, you got it.
Okay, Diane, you're on. We're rolling, Diane. You got it.
We're in Venice. I feel like we're in Venice again.
So, why do you think we're in Venice?
Mi amore, mucho grazie. This is a lot cleaner than what I've heard Venice is. Yeah. Alright, it's pretty bad. Yeah. So,
I'd call it a gondola.
Gondola. Oh, we have gondolas in Postal Service. They do not look like that. This is a gondola.
Okay, but we're comparing it to the Postal Service, so again, you can obviously see why this is a business trip.
Right. See, we could use this to deliver mail. I can see the potential right
If you
now.
ever got the
That's how they
contract to deliver mail in Amsterdam or in Venice,
Yeah, that's why it's the highway or something, isn't it?
We could flood the streets and use this to deliver the mail. I can see the potential. The rain, the sleet, snow,
I think this girl is new.
the gloom of night.
She's asking for help from the front.
Yep. Just, can you paddle up there?
Wait a minute, maybe she's part of the group and one of you has to get up and do that. She may not be for her at all. Oh, we're looking for trouble here.
Uh-oh, we better get this on film.
Keep the camera rolling. Look at the alligator.
Hey, if you guys fall, will you pay for this video?
What's this?
Turn.
Carnivorous duck.
She's gonna fall. She's gonna fall when she gets under the bridge.
Those meat-eating ducks. She's gonna get that caught underneath the bridge. Right?
This is good for America's Funniest Home Videos.
She's gonna get her pole caught underneath the bridge, and it's gonna pull her right off.
Or she's going to hold on to the pole. She's
The
not looking.
pole is gonna hit the underside of the deck. I know this is gonna happen. And then it's gonna pull her right off the thing. That's it. That's it. Now, just get it caught, right? Now one more to do it.
Yeah,
Right.
it must be awful high. She's off the end. Where she's gonna
This must be quite a sight here.
All right, Diane, get up there with him so I can get a picture. Wait, Pat. Get up there, 'cause it's done. Get up there. Let me get a picture of you guys together. Hold on, let me get a picture. Hold on. Wait a second. I want to make sure I got this inside.
Well, wait a minute. I thought it was the Marxism poster you wanted us to zoom in on. And again, I'm left with the toilets waiting for everybody else. This is in Norwich at the Castle Mall. Okay, cut.
Got a hotel right there. Smile.
The elevators are so loud.
You guys' heads are synchronized. One goes that way, one goes this way.
Go ahead.
One goes that way, one goes this way. Open your eyes, Diane. Eyes open. Smile. And John's taking a picture. Soon Diane does, as soon as she sees the camera goes. So I'll fix it.
For a place to eat, and we're thinking that perhaps Murderer's Cafe Bar.
Or it's a pigeon, one of the two.
Right.
He's on a mission.
And we were thinking about Thai food because I've heard that Thai is totally different. And here's the new Britain liaison, the Dallas liaison of going places.
And here I am, I'm going.
Gone. We're gonna have some.
Cheeseburger, $1.60.
Okay, we're over here now. I'm tight on you guys, so we can't see where we're at. We're thinking about cuisine for England. And hey, English food.
Look what we got here. Little bubble and squeak.
They are pointing at us.
Let's hop in for a little bubble and squeak.
You know, in France, they don't have a quarter pounder.
These people, they're
They call it
I know it.
Hamburger Royale.
Pretty obviously, we're tourists.
Royale with cheese.
What do you call it?
Huh?
Now, Pat appears to be taking a picture of a department store over there.
He's trying to turn this into a business trip.
I've got that on tape. You want to say that again?
He's trying to turn this into a business trip.
Where'd he go?
Shoots out a sound wave. Comes back. Tells you here. We're close to the ABC. So it shoots out and
See if the boat goes down, they'll be recovering this and taking this footage.
See the black box.
They'll be looking for defects on that boat. Of course, what they won't realize is I'm filming something out of that boatyard back there. Holy cow, they were sailing on that.
So you don't want to like get up because you've had like all sorts of like someone's having you know. Once you scoot over, so when I come back, you can sit down. Because you slipped. Oh, because I slipped. It's a spirit. That was good sleep. You prefer that? It's usually sleep.
Well, yeah, so I got one thing. I finally got it.
You were sleeping.
So I got it.
You were sleeping. You were sleeping. You had sleep.
Yeah, one of those things like this. I didn't want to fucking ask you about that. Oh, really? Are you shitting me? I leaned on this guy.
I told you you weren't leaning down to me right now. Yeah, it's a nice
Here we are. One of the green stairs.
Green stairs, got it.
Green stairs.
Did you have your cereal this morning? Did you have your visitor's brand plate?
No.
Did you? Sure.
So just go ahead and mind your manners while you're eating.
Okay. Gonna put
This
over.
is almost as good as being on the speakerphone. Almost.
Hello. Speaking to you from Dover,
Delaware.
England. Actually, John has this set up in his living room, so it looks like we're traveling. Nice little backdrop. Do a fork.
Here's Diane's friends.
Stay away from those. Bad news.
Get the serial number off this one.
I think I figured that out on my phone. There's not sales on their booths. Hello.
Oh, you've already picked up that accent. I'm not sure what kind of accent, but you picked one up.
Accent? Oh, accent. Oh, okay. Excuse me. We're filming a movie here.
Go ahead, it's okay. For CBS. Well, we're on the other end now. There's Calais. So, folks, how was the trip? No throwing up?
Not much.
We're just starting to recover. The green's going away. Here we are in Calais.
We were going to make some purchases in the duty-free shop, but all they had was booze. So there was nothing we could purchase there.
Except John, he bought a bottle of scotch. Mom, did you do that?
This column is standing where the prison used to stand. This is erected after the July battles of 1830. It was erected to commemorate these battles, and you can see the names of all the people that fought in the battle all down this side. Underneath is a huge big crypt where some of the victims, how would you say? Repression.
What is this called? I got it. We don't need to.
If you look, any of you who can see out the windows, if you look down onto the road, onto the sort of cobbles, you see some red lines. This actually indicates where one of the turrets, the 8 turrets of the prison was, which was just a series of 8 turrets, almost in a circle. And these red lines indicate the size of one of them. It was a colossal thing.
Where are they? I don't know what you're talking about. Where's these turds? Here.
You can see down at the end, I don't know if you can just see where the grey railings are, just on the lower part. There's liberté, égalité, and fraternité, which is like fraternity, liberty, freedom that is, and equalness. This glass, modern-looking building here is the bicentenary celebrations for the French Revolution. These artists come over and they play for free. We just literally have a dancing city for a night. It's awesome, it really is. Just note as well, we're driving on cobblestones at the moment. Anywhere where you see cobblestones, these are the old original roads of Paris. If anyone wants to hop out and take a photograph, please do. If you hop out the side door.
The back of the Cathedral of Notre Dame.
What is this the back of?
Notre Dame. And that's Diane and Pat. Taking pictures of Notre Dame. Seine. River Seine, yeah.
If you look down at the corner, which you can't really see properly, when Steve pulls out, we'll see. You'd see a building with a French flag on top of it and some rather nice trees and stuff on the roof. This is one of the most famous, most exclusive restaurants of Paris, the Tour d'Argent. And just beside it, there's a museum detailing the invention of the knife and fork and how the art of eating came about.
What is that, Pat?
It was actually a Jew that was living over here that invented the knife and fork.
Yeah, nice.
There you go. Proceeding now down the left bank, be fine and rich and wonderful. And he asked his servitors and his royal followers to please donate lots of gold and silver jewellery to him. He had the whole lot melted down with the brass bell, recreated a new bell, and then, of course, installed it. Anybody wanting to see this bell, you can just climb up the 387 steps that's in the tower. What we're looking at now, if you look into the centre of the side of the building, you can see a round window. This is one of the original rose windows. This is the south one. And on the other side is the equivalent, of course, the north rose window. And these both date from the 1250s. They're the only two original windows left in the entire building. Most of the others haven't been broken or whatever during the years. Now, as we slide forward, and you look to the left, you see the front of the church. You'd be able to squint at it anyway. And you see, of course, like you just walk off the path into the church. When it was first built, they used to have a flight of stairs leading up to the church. And again, going back to poor old Victor Hugo, he lamented the loss of these steps, saying that it took away from the grandeur of the church.
My hotel.
They're doing a lot of work on the front of it now, so you can see very little really. Okay, coming up on the left, the right, that way, we bridge in Paris. The statues you see in the centre is of Henry IV on his horse. Where? Oh, the left-hand side, we have the Mint, Steve's favourite museum, where they make all the money. And in there, if you like money, you can walk in and have a look around and see some fine examples of coins that were found dating from about 500 cardinal in the 16th century. And it's there where they create and write the French language, among other things.
Corrupt cardinal.
As I said, we're on the left bank now, and over there you've got the right bank. When Paris first started being, it started building a bit on the right bank, and then all of a sudden there was a swing over and they started building on the left bank. And you've all heard of the Sorbonne University. Yeah? Some of the things, okay. That is actually up at Saint Michel, which is at the time, this is in the 1200s. They spoke Latin and only Latin here. And this area is all called the Latin Quarter.
6 minutes to see what you need to see in there. Wings of Triumph, Mona Lisa,
Coming up on the left,
Venus
small
de
narrow
Milo.
house. It is the second smallest house in Paris.
Trying to get through the crowd.
Smallest house is actually in the 9th hour and least one. It's only 1.5 meters wide. Obviously 2.7. Some sculpture by Rodin, some paintings by Toulouse-Lautrec, etc., etc. It's a beautiful museum. Here you've got the House of the Legion of Honor, just coming up now, this building with the rounded front on it. It is said that this was the model for the White House in Washington. Could be. Yeah. But then again, they say that about the Irish Parliament House as well, so. So, could be.
I've heard that was the model for the White House. Is that true?
Those played a major part in Parisian life.
Just recently.
Then again, they say that about McDonald's too.
Yeah, there's some place in Italy they say that about too.
It's
I think it's my life
from
is
the same.
comfort,
They
yeah.
were saying that the numbers of the houses and the road distances from Paris are actually measured. At one point, this is one of the largest inland ports in the world. Until they built, where did they build it? Just passing very quickly on the left, the Assemblée Nationale, the old Palais Bourbon. It's been the home of the first chamber of French Parliament since 1871.
Well, we're going to be on pretty soon. These.
And on the left again, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. They use nice buildings for their official things, don't they? And coming up on the right, the unfortunate thing is this river's so packed with goodies, you don't know which way to look. Coming up on the right, you've got the beautiful Alexander III Bridge. And the fabulous building you can see just across it is the Grand Palais. And if you squint, you can just about see the roof of the Petit Palais. Now, all of these were built. Paris is great for giving universal exhibitions. It decided to happen in 1900. And they built the bridge, and they built these two palaces as exhibition halls. But the bridge also served to mark the signing of a treaty between France and Russia for the end of the Franco-Prussian War. It was actually opened up by Alexander III. He was the then reigning Tsar of Russia. And it was opened up by him, and therefore named after him. And it's one of the finest pieces, the finest examples of the architecture from the Belle Époque, as they used to call it, the rich era, the era when things were good, life was great, we're loaded. They wanted to express it on their bridge. It is rather fantastic, though. I can't do both. Okay, all eyes ahead, folks. Now coming up with the beautiful Esplanade des Invalides, and the beautiful attention to the people coming to raise some guns and some cannon. They pinch them from here. Okay, then they brought them down to the Bastille and did their dirty deeds with them. This is the Hotel des Invalides, which basically means the mansion of the Invalides, and it was commissioned by Louis XIV. And somewhere within the complex, they've got two Panther tanks that they captured in 1944 in the Second World War. This is the scene of many political to-dos, helicopters are well capable of flying in and landing here, letting sort of faces of prime ministers and diplomats get out to go into the Invalides. If you'd all hop out the side door, please.
So, what do you folks think of this town here? Where is this, by the way?
Pat's just told us where he wants to go. He wants to go see the Panther over here at the, what is this museum?
Is that true, Pat?
That's a Musée de l'Armée. I'd like to go to the Impressionist Museum.
Can you give us the literal translation of that, please?
Well, it's hard to understand in English.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Bonjour. See, another fine Frenchman. Bonjour.
So, what is the name of this place again, Pat?
This is the Musée de l'Armée.
Where are you reading that from so I can film it?
Over here. Les Succès Napoléon.
I can't read that. Oh, the musée. Ah, oui, oui.
De l'Armée.
That is the Museum of the Army.
Well, in a literal translation for you, English.
Yeah, it's amazing. You'd never guess that Pat's only been in France for 20 hours.
Oh no, he's been here lots of times. We just don't know about it.
In his dreams.
We don't know about this. He had boys' life.
Older guys who remember who Sophie Loren was.
Okay, there's Sophie Loren's apartment. She lives there now? Can we go see her?
I want to get some autographs.
Has everybody got all their other halves? Nobody's leaving their husbands or wives behind or anything, no? It's okay.
Well, Sophia's up there.
I
We want to get her.
42, which is making very worrying because I only
So
brought out
Sophia lives
39.
outside the Museum d'Armée.
Yes.
That's Sophia's view that she gets out of her window every morning.
De l'Armée.
I thought Sophia was from Italy.
A minor point, Diane. Don't spoil the fantasy here, okay?
That's probably your second home.
Well, she never was famous until she made that great movie, what's that, about the old men? Grumpier Old Men. Yeah, that's where she got her claim to fame.
That's true. Napoleon's buried here too. You missed that.
A minor detail.
Well, not that I'm looking for him. It's good to know he's underground somewhere.
And say goodbye to Sophia.
Smelling up anybody. This moat they got built.
Hey, I think Sophia's waving to us. Police are already there. He's filed a police report. Shh, hold on.
Excuse me, por favor. Sí, señor, please.
S'il vous plaît. Okay, this whole trip is going to be videotaped, so everybody...
Do we have less people this time than we had last time?
How much you tape for that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you are on this film.
Okay. That's good.
Of course, only from the bottom of your top of your nose up.
Right.
Where's the real room, Olivia? Because he moved into another room. Yeah, I'd walk down to the other room. I don't bother reading signs anymore.
Do you want to put these in?
Sorry?
Hegel.
That's right. Hey, I want to make sure you're in this video now, so...
Here we are.
Where is that?
Downtown Paris.
Yeah, but do you know where in Paris?
Not really.
Just next to that bus.
Oh, yeah, right. We're going to haggle like hell.
In fact, we could probably offer him a rug. I just happen to have an extra one in my suitcase this morning. Okay, there's Diane and Pat. Boy, that is neat, isn't it? More shots of our household goods.
Можно прямо, можно наверное, все равно.
par Jésus-Christ notre Seigneur.
My wrath will flare up, and I will kill you with the sword. And your own wives will be widows, and your children orphans. If you lend money to one of your poor neighbors among my people, you shall not act like an extortioner toward him by demanding interest from him. If you take your neighbor's cloak as a pledge, you shall return it to him before his sunset. For this cloak of his is the only covering he has for his body. What else has he to speak? If he cries out to me, I will hear him, for I have compassion. The word of the Lord.
On a entendu Jésus parler. Et lui, au temps de Jésus, avait plusieurs préceptes, interdictions, actes à accomplir. En exégète nous rappelle comment il avait 613 préceptes, 355 interdictions, 248 actes à accomplir.
The main guild team was called the Black Widow, and it was set up over that statue there, which is in front of the Admiralty building on the right. And Marie Antoinette's guild team, where she was beheaded, was set up just in front of those gates at the Tuileries Gardens. It's really sad.
Over here.
That today. Now, back to the obelisk. This was given to France. It was given to Louis Philippe XVIII by Pasha Muhammad Ali from Egypt. And it's a 3,000-year-old obelisk that was given to the city. It was brought here in 1831. I erected and decided to build an edifice that would express what the emperor was like in his character. In other words, his exuberance, his extravagance, and everything. And this is what he created. Under this are many sewers and tunnels. And it's from this that the legend of the Phantom of the Opera came about. Inside it, there is a beautiful ceiling in there. If anybody goes in there, there's a Russian painter by the name of Chagall who actually painted the ceiling in there. Now, I actually didn't get to point out the cafe on the other side, which was Café de la Paix, and he also painted the ceilings in there, and that cafe is a national monument. At the other side of the Opera House, there is a small museum where you'll find scores of every ballet and musical that were ever performed in there. And also some mementos like Nijinsky's slippers, Pavlova's tiara, etc., etc. Nowadays, it is the home of the ballet, because the opera has the Bastille, which I showed you earlier on. That has become the home of the opera. As we go around as well, you will see 2 ramps. Now, these were created so that...
Phantom of the Opera place.
Yep, that's where the Phantom's at.
Yeah, let's hear a little Phantom of the Opera music.
Okay, you'll be able to see one of the ramps up here on the left. And you also see a bronze bust of the actual architect himself, Garnier, who built this building.
Oh, you think?
Look, it says E pluribus unum on that eagle.
Is that gold? All these things. I'm sure it is. Would you like to go to the opera here?
No, you are.
See, if you guys talk enough while the video's going, you can just watch the video and remember what they are.
There's a ramp.
Yeah, there's the ramp.
There's the ramp.
There's the ramp.
There ends that bit of the morning tour. Did you enjoy it? Did you learn anything? Oh, good. Great.
Zoom in on a chess queen.
You like your fingernails? Look it out. I'm looking at a TV.
Beautiful fingernails. Beautiful, beautiful fingernails.
Thank you.
So Dad, would you put on this?
What?
Are you on TV?
Okay, look.
Now look.
What are we going to say to Floyd? We don't know his name. What's the guy's name?
Floyd.
Well, say something to him. Here it goes. You're on. On 3.
1, 2, 3.
Hi.
When the video starts, you're having it on.
You want to tell him why the household goods is on there?
Yeah, because my
Household
dad
goods
took
is
it
on
off.
your videotape because I didn't know what I was doing with the camera.
Like my fingernails? Look at my fingernails.
See you later.
They're so pretty. Yes, so pretty.
Bye-bye,
Like
alligator.
no, get my pearls. Get my pearls. Get my
Bye-bye.
Get
See you
my
in
pearls.
Michigan. Isn't
Get
that where
my
he's from,
pearls.
Michigan?
Get my pearls.
Yeah,
Get
the
my
next Postmaster General. When this guy dies, that's the stamp right there. They're just waiting for him to kick off.
Get my pearls.
I don't remember how to focus in.
Pull back. Up here.
What, up here? Oh, hold on.
You get it?
Yeah. Coming into Pillarton Hersey.
Let's have a little reverence back there. Spider-Man, keep me quiet there, girls.
The Hersey Warnock, though?
This is Pillarton Hersey. This is the home of John's great-great-great-grandfather, Thomas.
Turn it up.
Thomas and June Pillarton Hersey.
Turn it up. Next song.
They were the children of Thomas Paine. Tell me to shut my yapper again. I'm going to talk through this whole thing.
Tell the kids.
Oh. You know, I can't see anything out of this.
That's the parish church up here.
Do you have household products? Household?
Household good.
Turn it up.
Tree Cottage.
Turn it up.
No.
We're still coming through Hersey.
Get those street signs there so we see what's close to Hersey.
What street signs? Oh, where they are. Hold on. There's Pillarton Priors. Okay. We're at the major crossroad of town. Oh, too much sun. And we're now leaving.
He's moving, Mom.
Here we've got Pat and the children in the back.
He's moving, Mom.
And there's Diane, always with her eyes closed.
I lost my new pearls when I was outside.
Diane with no eyes.
We're in the Hersey bus. En route to see Shakespeare.
We're jiggling all around
We think we're
because,
going to see Shakespeare.
of course, John is driving. Had I been driving, of course, it would have been a much smoother ride.
Mom, take a picture.
Pat, tell us what you like best about England.
Look at our new Spider-Man accent.
Has it been the continental food you've been
Has
eating?
been the best part.
The Mexican food.
Diane, what's the absolute worst thing you've had here?
Probably the English food. the boiled onions and the bubble and squeak. You know. Whatever it was.
You never had any?
The cold quiche.
I hear the bubble and squeak is lousy, by the way.
Where William was born on the 23rd of April, 1564.
Shakespeare's birthplace.
Again to the left, the modern red brick building is the Shakespeare Centre, and that's the administrative headquarters of the Shakespeare Birthplace Trust. This trust owns and looks after all 5 of the houses, and they have their own teams of maintenance men and gardeners, and do a particularly fine job in seeing to the upkeep of all 5 of the houses in its care. We're just going to pull in round the corner here because it's our stop for birthday, just if anybody wants to join us before we continue on our journey. English word meaning meadow on the edge, so one side of the boundary of the town to the left of medieval. Having said that we have parallel roads in town, there's always an exception to the rule, and this is it. If you take a look straight ahead, you can see that Mere Street curves away in front of us because it was built following the path of an old stream. In Elizabethan times, the playground was like your upstairs window. Was that was door they did after their upstairs windows. They were places around the rubbish, mixed water, night.
Shakespeare's birthplace.
Well, today the house
Wonderful.
stands very proudly indeed on its own. Originally it was in a row of houses, and it's also originally 2. He had his workrooms upstairs and then the shop where the Gloucester soldiers downstairs. It was after he married Mary Arthur in 1557 that he needed a family home, and so quite conveniently he's just bought next door. And it's in the far part of the house as we see it from here that all 8 of the little Shakespeares were born. William was the 3rd child, first son. He was also the first child to survive infancy, and he became the eldest. And he lived there until about his early 20s before going off to London to seek his fortune. Well, since then the house has had a very varied history, to say that they were well into public humiliation for their criminals. The last recorded punishment there, the man received over 200 lashes for stealing a bale of hay. I don't imagine that he did that again in a hurry. Coming round onto our left, the white stucco building on the corner was at one time the site of the home of William's youngest daughter, Judith, together with her husband, Thomas Quiney. Unfortunately, though, he happened to be the town ne'er-do-well. He was also the town wine merchant, and apparently he drank more than he spent. The very beautiful Shakespeare Hotel was originally 2 merchants' houses. We're just about to reach our second trust house in town now. On the end here, the timber and white building is Nash's house, and also William's granddaughter, Elizabeth. She married a London barrister called Thomas Nash, and today is housed in our town museum. again here to the left, a lovely garden area, but not a lot else. That was at one time the site of the second biggest and the best house in Stratford called Newplex. And it's the one which William bought for his retirement. He spent his last 6 years there, and it's the house where he died in 1616. Well, as we can see today, very sadly, it no longer stands. In the 1750s, it fell into the hands of the Reverend Francis Gastrell, a complete hater of Shakespeare and his plays. He found the contents of them positively pornographic. And to top it all, he was fed up with the number of visitors coming along, knocking on his door, wanting to see the house where William had lived and died. But because of all this nuisance and annoyance, he didn't see why he should pay the same amount of rates and taxes as everybody else. So,
Can you hear up here?
My hat. Keep hat blue.
Oh, you lost your hat?
if you take a look straight ahead, you can see all that remains of the Gothic Victorian facade of the original Shakespeare Memorial Theatre, which was destroyed by fire in 1926. The competition was held. Architects were encouraged to submit designs, and the winning design was rebuilt. Well, the winner also happened to be the only lady to enter, Elizabeth Scott, and it was her design which was built and opened in 1932. It wasn't until the 1960s that it received its royal charter. So when we get to the end of the road, if you have a look to the left, the red brick building with all the windows is the sign of the new Royal Shakespeare Theatre. At the end here, to the left, the Royal Shakespeare Theatre. Our second theatre in town, situated right next door to it, coming up again here to the left, the round building is the Swan. Opened in 1986, built in a Jacobean style with a pressed stage. There's always a very intimate and exciting atmosphere to any of the performances put on there. Again to the left, running all the way down here, you'll see what locals will either call the river or the Avon. Avon comes from a Celtic word, Afon, which in itself means river, so you really only need to use one word or the other. We really are very lucky in town though. We're blessed with 3 wonderful theatres. We've seen 2 of them. The third one's coming up just here to the right. The modern red brick building is The Other Place. Reopened in the early 90s after some renovation work. It's been built in the very platform studio style, and it's the smallest of our 3 theatres here in town. Well, back to the left, ahead through the trees, you can see the spire of Holy Trinity Church, and it's inside there that you'll find Shakespeare's grave. But he was only too well aware of the custom of the day. If the church was short of funds, a few years after the bodies were buried, the bones would be dug up. When enough bones were gathered together, they were destroyed on a bone fire, a word we still use today to destroy the bonfire, and the plot was then sold on to the next wealthy man to come along. Well, William was having none of this. Not only did he insist on being buried 17 feet below the chancel floor, but he slapped a curse on his tomb just to seal it. Also buried there are William's eldest daughter Susanna and her husband Dr. John Hall. To the right-hand side, their very beautiful one-time home, Horscroft. Inside the house you'll find a wonderful display of medieval surgical instruments. The nurses have been round and said they really haven't changed all that much over the years, and I'm not sure if that's a worry or not.
Stop now. Monica, not yet.
Thatched roof. Today the thatching is 1 metre thick and the roof weighs up to 20 tons.
Anne Hathaway's home, the wife of William Shakespeare.
To keep it looking that good, every 25 to 30 years, the top section or the ridge needs replacing, and on that particular house it costs in excess of £25,000. It's been quite a turnaround really. In Elizabethan England it was the...
This is the birthplace of Shakespeare's mother's home, Mary Arden.
Point to it.
See it, buddy?
Point to it, I can see it.
I'm pointing the camera at it.
The White House.
Yep.
The brown.
Yep. That'd be it.
I get a good picture.
Keith's gonna get a good picture of it. Zero in on it, buddy. Let's see what you're getting. Looks like a good one. Quick, we gotta get back on the bus.
Got it. Right. Oh, that's the next one. Okay.
These are household goods.
No, not anymore. No household goods.
Now it says triple bears.
Monica. It works because in 1557 they get married and they buy next door to John's business for the family home. Well, for the first few years of marriage, Mary is kept extremely busy. 500 years. Just coming up over the bridge here to the left is the Ulverston Manor, a Forte Heritage Hotel, the one-time home of Lord Forte himself. And over this side of the river you find the Shire Hall Centre a couple of miles up the Shipston Road. And also the Butterfly Farm, which not only houses butterflies, but also creepy crawlers of all size, shape and description, which is one of the main reasons why I haven't been in there yet. But before we go back over Clopton Bridge, there's another Forte hotel of interest. This time it's the Post House, or the Swan's Nest, just here to the left. One of the oldest red brick buildings in the town, and all the bricks on it were handmade locally. And as we go back over Clopton Bridge, do spare a look over to the left, what has to be the best view of the Royal Shakespeare Theatre. We're making our way now to the end of our tour. We hope you've enjoyed it. When you finish though, don't get rid of your tour tickets, they're more valuable than they look, because we operate tours like this in over 24 of the heritage towns and cities of Britain. Some of them are closing down now for the winter, but do keep it, because when you take another one of our tours, it will get you £1 discount off the next tour that you take. There's also a gratuitous box situated by Dave and anything.
They're here to be sightseeing Shakespeare's house.
That's right. Let's close the
Shakespeare's
camera.
birthplace.
Can you turn this off?
Just close it and it's turned off.
Okay.
Hey Keithers, what is this?
Shakespeare's birthplace.
Well look, hey, what is it?
Shakespeare's birthplace.
Who's Shakespeare?
William Shakespeare, the guy.
We're about out of battery here.
Queen's house. Yeah, do you have a queen? Yeah.
Did you get a queen? Yeah. Okay, whose turn? Natalie's turn.
And Diane, do you have a 10?
Nope.
I think she's not telling the truth.
Go look at your cards, Dad.
Are you guys playing for money?
Yep.
Nope, no money.
Yep.
Don't let Aunt Diane play for money with you.
Okay.
It's your turn.
If I win,
Go check
Dad's
out your
gotta
piggy
put this
bank.
in
Go
here.
ahead.
Okay, Natalie, give a 3.
But she sent me.
7 more. 1.
Okay. Keith, you got a draw?
I gotta do it again. 4, Natalie.
Well, you cheated, but I don't think
How did he cheat?
Hold those cards up here and let me see those again, Natalie. You said you didn't have a 4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're lucky. A little spot auditing
And
here.
Diane's turn.
Okay. Keith, do you have a queen?
No.
Darn.
You don't want me to see your card? I mean, you want me to show you
I
your...
was thinking you asked for a queen. Thank you.
No, I got
And Diane, do you have a queen?
Nope. Tricked you.
You can't ask for it unless you have it.
Nobody told me that.
Nobody told you that.
Ah. Now I'm catching on. You guys know how to play this game. Okay, his turn.
My turn. Yes! I got a queen. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I gotta go get it. Let me see this. 4. I gotta go
You
get
don't
it.
trust your own sister?
Now you have a 6. Well, no.
You don't get you.
Don't!
Okay, the camera will see it.
Huh?
Nope, doesn't look like she's got a 6.
Okay.
Okay.
Whose turn?
Let's see, next.
Natalie's your turn.